We need to know where we're shopping, where I find stuff. A bunch of these keywords are just brands, so let me just read off a bunch of them. Okay, also this is like my #1 hack. The last thing I have is my style evolution. When I think of what's my style, I think my signature thing is that I wear a lot of ties and stuff, right? And what's really funny is that, hi guys. You guys have been loving the fashion videos lately, so I thought I'd give you more. I asked you over on the community tab and on Twitter, follow me by the way, if you guys had any questions for me regarding fashion, how I style things, how I find clothes, where I shop, and I thought, why don't I answer it in one little video for you? So today, I'm gonna teach you how to find actually good stuff that's affordable online. I also got a few other questions, so I'm gonna sprinkle them throughout the video as well. Okay, to kick it off, we need to know where we're shopping, where I find stuff. Also, I just want to say I am sat on a swivel chair, so apologies in advance, because I fear I'm gonna be spending a lot. Actually, I'm quite dizzy. Okay, anyway, #1, websites. Apart from the obvious, Vinted, eBay, Depop. But on top of that, we have my new favorite find, which is Buy to shop on Mercari. Now, this is gonna sound a bit confusing, or maybe I'm just easily confused. But let me break it down and try and explain it in a way that I think makes sense to me. Basically, Mercari Japan is essentially Japanese eBay. So it's not just clothes, it's literally anything. You can't buy from it if you're overseas. But there are things called proxies, so it's kind of like, I want to say it's kind of like a shopping VPN, but like not. You say to Buy, hey, I want this, 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 and this. Okay, I'm gonna pay you and like a little extra fee because you're using a proxy service. They buy all the things, wait for all the packages to get to their warehouse, and then they ship it to you all in one thing. It can be worth it, and you can find some really cheap stuff on there too. But if I'm gonna be honest, that's a whole nother video. So if you want me to kind of like do a more in-depth video on that, let me know in the comments, especially because then maybe Buy could sponsor me to do that. I don't know. Anyway, #2. Okay, we're getting to the keywords, but make sure you stay to the end because vital pieces of information at every stage, okay? I'm just gonna read from my book. I'm not even gonna try and pretend like I'm just saying this off the top of my head. It's the Smyrnal, the Smidge Journal. Mini journal tour. This is my new one. A bunch of these keywords are just brands, so let me just read off a bunch of them. Bench, next, Miss 60, Punky Fish, Baby, Bebe. I don't know how to say it. Von Dutch, Buffalo, Boxy Fit, Embroidered, International, Kickers, and Diesel. Some of these seem so obvious because you're like, yeah, they're all cool brands, but it's about how you search. And also, like, obviously, Boxy Fit and Embroidered, they're not brands. They're just like search terms that I like to use. So the way that I found, like, these are the brands that I like to search, I just looked through my clothes and I was like, okay, well, this brand keeps popping up a lot, so I'm going to search for this brand because I already know I like it. So you could do that yourself, have a look in your wardrobe, your favorite stuff, and search more of that brand, but on secondhand websites instead. When searching, you could so easily search up Y2K vintage early 2000s aesthetic, because that's what we do when we want to find good stuff on Pinterest. But Vinted is not Pinterest. You're gonna get all the resale girlies. You describe the key aspects of the style that you're looking for. So let's just use like Y2K 2000s vintagey vibes as the, I can't believe I'm saying all these buzzwords, this like hurts. Instead of searching that, you would search embroidered, denim, cargo pockets, zips, detail. Do you see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Get your descriptosaurus out. Did anyone else have those at school? Excited. This actually perfectly goes on to my next point, which is keywords part 2, describing. And I'm gonna do an example of this in a second, also because jingle jangle, I feel like I'm losing your attention a little bit. Types of shopping on Vinted. Every time I say Vinted, you can replace it with eBay, Mercari, whatever, okay? What I just said before in the previous point, yeah? Type 2 is I've seen something I really want and I want to find this exact thing as close to as I can as possible. Okay, I'm gonna use this belt as an example because I feel like we should start talking about accessories as well. I found this in the character shop. It's really cool. It's kind of like architecture sketches, but it's not. It's just like random print things. It's double grommet. Like, I love the word grommet because it makes me think of Wallace and Gromit. Anyway, so I've seen a picture of this online. What do? I go, okay, denim contrast stitch, double grommet industrial. It's not, but it, you know, someone might put that. Faux leather belt. And you might find something similar. And to prove that to you, let's do a little experiment, okay? I really hope the microphone doesn't stop recording if I screen record. Okay. Let's pick this, because this is really cute, right? Minus all of the decorations, because you can add that yourself. Crossbody, faux leather, pockets, detail, zip, bag. Let's see. Okay, so it turns out my microphone did actually stop recording. Anyways, I still have screenshots of the stuff I found. I did it a few times, so here is everything that I found on Pinterest that I wanted to look up. And then here's everything I found on Vinted. I know some of them aren't exact replicas. If you just imagine decorating this bag and adding a flannel into this jacket, it's literally the same thing. And while I have your attention here, why don't you subscribe? Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so not only did my microphone stop recording, but the camera did. So I really hope you guys got some of that. You guys get the idea, right? You have to settle with the fact that it's not going to be exactly the same. You can be creative and accessorize it. Which leads me on to my next point. Accessorizing. A few of you asked me what are the best ways to accessorize a basic outfit and what are the staple accessories that I would say for you to go and get that you can reuse multiple times, you know? I am going to answer this, but I will say, if you want me to do a whole video around like, I pick a base and I make 5 different outfits using that base to show you that you can change it up with accessories and stuff, because that sounds like a good idea, so let me know. But as for accessories, this is my accessories bin. My number 1 accessories, obviously ties. Duh, because there's so many ways you can wear them. Normally as a belt, around your neck like a scarf. 2, a scarf, because you can wear them as a belt or as a scarf. You see that? Yeah, okay. You can tie it around yourself as like a little skirt or a top. Scarves are very versatile, especially if they're big. Leg warmers, arm warmers, and also if you just want to get one, get leg warmers, because then you can always wear them on your hands. Another big one is shoelaces, because you can change up the color. I have like 2 pairs of shoes that I wear. I know this. Yes, okay. I know I have a whole thing right behind me. I've had them for ages. Anyway, I'm not going to defend myself. And also, you can have shoelaces in your hair as like a ribbon. It's very versatile. Hair clips as well. I love to decorate bags, collars, ties, anything. Okay, also this is like my number 1 hack. Obviously it's not my number 1 hack. I've listed about 5. You know, there's like collars you can buy to put in stuff so that you can have a collar without having to wear multiple layers. Yeah, well, why would we buy that when we can just cut up a shirt? Summer outfits essentially are just going to be shorts and a t-shirt, and I hate that that's just 2 items. I feel like I'm not wearing enough stuff. It's not a look. So a good way to make an outfit a look is by adding a tie. Just popping a collar in works well. So there's that. I don't mean to rush a bit. I'm just very concerned about my battery dying. The last thing I have is my style evolution. When do you get into fashion? What's a style you like that you haven't tried or want to? How I find my general style and what inspired me. They're kind of all asking the same thing. So essentially, I've kind of always been really into fashion because it's like dress up. That's how I see it. And obviously it's the way you present yourself. I've always been trying to get around school uniforms and stuff. In my first secondary school, I wore the boys' uniform for quite a while. And then in my other school, no one said I couldn't wear dungarees. It wasn't in the nose, so I just started wearing them. But as for like my style evolution, I feel like that's a whole nother video. There's a few of these times where I've said that already today, but I could do a whole video showing you guys pictures and like showing you guys how I develop my style. I really want to pick out the question that says what inspires your style. Other than like social media, I get my inspiration from the same places as you do. When I think of what's my style, I think my signature thing is that I wear a lot of ties and stuff, right? And what's really funny is that that's kind of technically a recent thing. And what's really funny is that it was only a few months ago that I started to think, yeah, why did I start wearing ties? Because I can't really remember. There's definitely a distinct point where I started to wear ties and like never stopped. And unfortunately, I do think that I suffer from the gay disease. It's the, do I want to be them or be with them situation? Maybe correlation doesn't equal causation or whatever that thing that Mike says. If it was a graph, the point at which I started wearing ties and the point at which that I met a girl at a club who was wearing a tie, it's crazy. The trajectory is insane. Genuinely, I feel like that's it, and that's kind of funny. Like, I didn't have a tie collection. I started borrowing my dad's, and then I started buying my own. And I feel like that could definitely be the starting point. Anyway, but yeah, let me know if you want me to do a full video on my style evolution. Yeah! Okay, my last bit of the video. I'm sorry if you're sick of it by now, but someone's got to fund SBS 2. And it's not gonna be me. No, it is. But it's you as well. Hi. Another great way to find clothes online is by letting me do all the work. Introducing style bundles. Please don't click off, just bear with me. You fill out a form, you give me a Pinterest board, I go shopping for you in charity shops and online. I send it to you with a little note, tell you how to style things. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. I have other fashion videos on this channel. Twitter for updates on YouTube videos. Smidge.shop for everything me. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching.